yourself.
Oh, yeah. There it goes. I had to add myself to the stage. I'm on a stage. Hello, you guys who are on here already. You can turn the sound off since I'm here. Hi, guys. Hello. Merry Christmas Eve. Hi. I got my purple hair on tonight. Hello. Hi, Toby motherfucking Jenkins. I see you. And I see all the rest of you. It's coming very quickly. But I just keep seeing all your names popping in. So I wanted to say hi to everyone. We're going to do some readings tonight, and I'm going to do a lot. So even though I worked today and did readings and stuff, I felt like tonight would be a perfect night just to kind of do this. So and you guys, if you'll notice, there's all different platforms attached to this. So like some people might be watching on YouTube, think maybe Instagram, Facebook, whatever. But I just want to say hi to everybody. Hi. I see you all saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's not, I don't necessarily celebrate it, but I celebrate it because of you guys. And because also my kids are older. When they were younger, I was like all into it. But now, not as much. Hi to everyone saying hi. We're going to do some readings tonight. Just waiting for some people to get on, but I'll be here for a little while. So it's not going to be like a quick thing. I've committed to 2 whole hours and I wore my purple hair. So hi to all of you saying hi to me. Tonight we might do something a little different because it looks like some of you guys are on camera, which is awesome. And I might be able to do some readings that way and pick people that way as well. So someone is trying to enter the studio is full, 10 people. Oh, because of the stuff. Do I have to buy more space to have more people on camera? Hi, you guys. Stephanie's here and she's assisting me because I have never, I use this, but she's been helping me use it, help me figure out how to use it. So hi to everybody. Thank you for your comments about my purple hair. It's totally fake, but I love it. So anytime I do readings, I like to do them with my purple hair on the live readings. In person, it's usually blondish brown. Hi to everybody saying hi. Hi, Edie. I saw you just the other night. I know who she is. It's not every day that I remember everybody, but hello to all you guys coming on and saying hi. And so we'll do some, some live ones with actual people because some of you guys got your camera on, but I don't know how many cameras I can have on at once. So we will just kind of go in that direction. I'm just waiting for a few other, I think we'll probably start in at 6:10, which is my birthday. So yes.
You can only do 10 people on camera at once, in it.
Okay.
So if you do a reading for someone on, then they can maybe go on Facebook to finish watching.
Okay.
But give someone else a chance to come in, but if not.
All right.
I'll look and see if I can open it up.
She just told me that there's a bunch of you on camera, so I can only have 10 people on camera at once on this StreamYard thing. But what I'll do is I'll pick someone out of the live cameras that are on, and I'll do that. And then if you guys want to finish watching on Facebook or move to one of the other platforms so somebody else will have room, that would be awesome. So I want to go back and forth between camera comments. But also, I have been doing this thing with this email called askhimaquestion.com or askhimaquestion@yahoo.com. I don't think we're going to do that tonight because I got some of you guys on camera. And so I'm not going to have you kind of try to we'll just see how this goes because I've never quite done it this long, this way. So we'll just see kind of what happens. So I'm going to start at 6:10, which is my birthday time. So until then, I'll just be saying hi to all you guys. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you on here. Can you upgrade it? She's working on upgrade it so I can have as many of you on camera as I want and then pick you that way. That would be so cool. So if we end up doing that, if you end up she's trying to see if she can change it right now, Stephanie, my daughter. But if we can do it that way, I'll just pick you guys out that way. If I've ever read you before and I connect with you again, I usually don't remember, as a lot of you guys know. I do a lot of readings, so I don't always remember everybody. But if you're from a long time ago, I'll remember you. But if you're more recent, not so much. But just know for you guys trying to get on a camera, she's working on it right now in upgrading so that I can have more people on camera than just 10. And that way you guys can all do them on this single platform instead of having to go to Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. But thank you guys for signing on. Thank you for signing on. Steph's just working on the camera stuff now. So we'll get there and I'll do that and we'll see how this goes in the beginning to start. But if I do pick you for a reading, I would just say, like, just don't tell me very much. Like, all I need is a name. And it doesn't mean that that's the name that's going to come first. That just means that we will get to that person. If you end up wanting something psychic, like you got some curiosity about a relationship or something like that, I absolutely can do that as well. So if I pick you, you don't have to specify whether you want a medium reading, psychic reading. I have my tarot cards. I could do a tarot reading, whatever you want, and I'll get to as many of them as I can. And just so you guys know, thank you for loving my fake hair. I love it too. I wear it anytime I do lives now because my other one is just for regular everyday stuff. But for this is when I feel like a superhero. So anyway, so she's working on that. And I just wanted to tell you guys, for any of you who don't know, if you are interested in spending an entire weekend dealing with me and Dina Gould, we have a women's retreat January 4, 5, 6, 7. It's in Monument in Colorado. But if any of you guys are interested in that, we still got a couple spots left. You're welcome to sign up. It's on my website under classes, I think. And I think it's when you open the banner too at Readings by Kim. But we still have just a couple spots left. So if you're interested in that, that is a magical time. And it's a bunch of women. And we're at this wonderful retreat center and it's in Monument and, you know, like they make all the food, you get all the rooms. Sometimes you got to share with someone, but and it's a women's retreat. So for any of you dudes out there watching, sorry, you can't come. But it is a ladies retreat. So if you're interested in that, it's all about healing. And it's not just about like healing stuff going on in your life right now. It's about healing and connecting with people that have passed away. Even we're going to do a little bit of that, some ancestral healing. Dina knows how to like break stuff up, break up negative thinking and stuff like that. So just know that. If you're interested, there's still spots left. And I believe the website, her website, or we have a whole retreat website called embraceretreats.com, but the link is on my Readings by Kim website. And I'm sure at some point Stephanie will put it up there. So I just want you to know that. But we're getting close to the time where I pick somebody. 1 more minute. So I only have 10 people on camera now. Just know I'm probably going to pick from those 10 people, but Stephanie is working on adding more cameras. Okay. So we're just going to start with 1. I'm going to pick it out and then we'll just kind of go from there. Oh, it just lets more people in the room. All right. Well, we might have to do this a different way, but I'm going to start off by picking someone on camera because I haven't got to do that. And I think I want this person. Hi, Tamara. Tamara. I'm adding you to the stage. So hopefully you want to come on here. I'm going to do a reading for her, guys. And then what we'll do maybe is clear off. And then I don't know how we're going to do it. We'll just figure it out as we go. But I'm here for a couple of hours. So let's talk to Tamara. And I'm adding you to the stage, my dear. Hi.
Oops, hi.
Oh, wait, I can't hear you. You might be muted or something like that. You got to turn your sound on.
Ooh, okay.
You got it?
Does it work?
Nope, not yet.
Ooh,
but check the sound on your computer. Make sure the volume's up. See if there's like, let's see, wait. Let me see if I can even ask you to do that. Remove from stage, solo layout, mute. Nope. Yeah, you just got to get your microphone working.
Ooh, okay.
It should be on the bottom left. There should be like a little picture of you guys, and there should be like a microphone next to it. Where you see yourself on the little bottom underneath the picture of me. Up in the top, I think right corner, there should be a thing for your microphone. Oh, I lost you. All right, we'll see if we get her back. But, oh, there we go. She's back.
Can you hear?
Have you been able to get the sound yet?
No, but I can hear you.
You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Yeah. No.
All right, you know what? That's fine. I'm just going to talk. And you guys can type. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
All right. Have I read you guys before?
Yes.
I have. Okay.
Okay.
So all I want you to do is sorry, you guys, I'm going straight to full on reading glasses instead of bifocals. All I want you to do is type in there a name of someone you might want to connect with. And you guys, I'm going to get to as many of you as possible. Okay. So bear with me. It says, oh wait, it says, hold on here. Upgrade. Hold on, you guys. Wait, free basic professional, $49. Sorry. Extra camera, 12 backstage participants. Unless I restart the whole thing. Okay. All right, you guys. She upgraded me, but I can't. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
I think so. Hold on, you guys. They said they could hear me. I don't want to mute the mic. Let me make sure. Oh, it's not. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm a Taylor Swift song. Hold on here a second. Hundreds. Come on, work for me. Sorry, you guys. Hold on a second. It says it's 100%, but my microphone is crossed off. Sorry, you guys. Give me just a minute. I hear you. It has worked. It is now working. I can hear you. Okay. That was, I need a little help from staff. So I've read you guys before?
Yes, all three of us.
All three of you. Okay. Good to see you all. Is there, and if I talk to any loved ones for you, even if I've talked to you before, there should be new stuff. So I just want to say that. But you guys, is there someone you want to talk to, or do you have a question you want to ask me?
Well, not really ask you something specific, but I don't know if anyone they are related to us can just say something to us.
Yes.
Like a message,
I got it. I just want to make sure that
I don't
you
know
didn't
if
have
it's
anyone specific you were looking for.
that they want to know.
Huh?
I don't know if in my daughters they have something specific that they want to know, but what
You've got, is it okay to talk to loved ones? Because I feel people here.
Yes.
I want to say hi. Okay, perfect.
That's
what
Christmas Day. Oh my God.
That was, I don't know who this is, but I feel like I've got like an older woman here in the spirit world that's kind of organizing a bunch of people for you. So I feel like you guys must have a lot of dead people over there. I also, you got like a whole big old family over there. This is so much better than having to read the comments, to be able to like actually just talk to you. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. So I will get to a point where I'm able to we'll just switch it out. I'll switch someone else. Maybe I'll choose from the comments and then give them the opportunity to get on the camera. We might do it that way. I'm not exactly sure. But for right now, I feel like an older woman who's telling me that she was ill before she died. You look a lot like her. So I'm thinking, and you I think she like might be a mom, or she looks like you.
I believe my grandma.
It's your grandma. She feels like your mom. She feels like this is, but she's also very, you must make things or cook like her or something, because I can almost taste that in my mouth, or you guys must be getting ready. I mean, you're in the kitchen and it's Christmas Eve. So I'm sure you're going to eat. But I feel like when she's coming through, she has a man with her. Well, actually, wait a second. Do you have, is your father in the spirit world?
Yes.
Okay. And have I talked to him before? He feels like he knows what he's doing. Okay. And wait a second. Do you also have a son living?
No.
Grandson, son, someone in the other room? He's talking about someone's in the other room that he knows who's not in here, or he can't see them. And it feels like a male.
Next to us.
Oh, over here, there's someone sitting, or to your...
My dad is next to us.
Oh, so does he have a father in the spirit world too?
No.
Okay, so it's just your dad then, but he's pointing to the other person, so I can't see him, but obviously he's over there, your dad. But your dad knows him. This is the thing he's talking about. So does your dad know her dad?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry?
Does her dad know your dad?
No, never met. No, they never. No,
He's talking about the guy who's there. He's talking about him. So if he never met him, I feel like he has something to say about it, though. But it's like there's someone that he really likes in the room, and it's a guy. So he doesn't have to get on camera. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. But I feel like this guy is giving him like a seal of approval or a thumbs up or something because he really likes him. So I don't know who the dude is off camera, but her dad likes him. And I'm supposed to tell you that. So it's someone like, I don't know if he just gives his approval or what, but he likes the guy that's not on the camera. He's also telling me, though, he seems to be around your mom right now. And your mom's alive, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because it seems like he's around your mother right now is what he's telling me. So I don't know if you have some concerns about her or if she's somewhere else, but he keeps saying he's close to your mother.
She's not here in this country. Yeah, but she be with you before in the office. Yeah, we were like 2 years ago.
Okay, he just says like, I'm with her right now. So if she's in another country, he's with her too. He has, also, does he have a brother over there as well?
Yes.
Your dad has you have an uncle over there. But did your uncle die before your dad?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And they're standing together because I think your grandparents on your dad's side are all here. You've got a lot of people on your dad's side of the family who are in the spirit world. So you got a dad, an uncle, a grandma, a grandpa, and I think you got a couple of aunts over there as well. It looks like they're all coming through on your dad's side. Your mom's here though, and I feel like they're around her. They're constantly around her. So I feel like you just want to know that she's watched over, looked over, that kind of thing. But I also think your dad liked the holidays and stuff like that. Like, I think he loved this stuff.
Yes.
And so what you guys are doing in your home and everybody getting together, because you're going to do that today, tomorrow, I think the next day even, it's like a whole big long event. And he says he's around for all of it. And he says he never misses a moment. He never misses a moment, is what he's saying. So I just want to let you know that because it's so important to him, holidays and family and all that stuff. Your dad was very traditional like that. And he wanted everyone to be all together at once. So he's telling me that not only can he be with your mother, but he can also be with you guys as you celebrate. And I feel like he like wants to, so I let them kind of blend their energy with me for a minute. And I feel as he's blending his energy with me, it's like he wants to give everyone a big embrace. And I feel like he loves everyone and he's saying Merry Christmas because I definitely think he believed in Christmas and all that kind of stuff. And he's telling me that he loves you. And also the one in the middle with the red shirt on, are you Tamara or is that your mom? Okay. Are you also like starting a new job or like there's some change coming up like right now that this is probably your grandpa and he's talking about how you're making a positive change with work or like you're starting something new, it's going to start soon or just started, whatever it is, he seems to be very connected to you in your career path. And he tells me that he loves you and he says he sees this and there's something about this job where you weren't even sure if you were going to get it or not or whatever. And then all of a sudden everything worked out and he puts his hands up like he had something to do with inspiring that because he knew you really wanted it. So I just want to tell you that he says that he helped you. He's like, Merry Christmas, I helped you. And I feel like that's his energy when he's coming through. So I just want to let you know your grandpa adores you. And he says, is this a little girl? Like a little kid?
Oh, she's 20.
Are you kidding me? I thought you were like 2 years old. I only saw half your head. Okay. I'm sorry. But he keeps pointing to your head. So I was like, oh, that's a little girl, but you're not a little girl. You're a grown ass woman. But I feel like he's just acknowledging you. He wanted me to point to you, the guy in the room, everybody. He just says he's so happy. And honestly, he was pushy. I feel like he wanted to take credit for your job, Tamara. I feel like he really wanted to like make sure you know that like your prayers are heard. Anytime they can inspire someone to do something or listen, they definitely try to do that. So I just want to tell you that, and I'm glad I got to talk to you. And I'm glad I got to talk to your grandpa, and you have grandparents, and you have a grandma over there, Tamara's mom. She is very close to you as well, and she says that right around the holidays, there's always like a traditional, I don't know, you cook something the way, I just think you do it.
Tamales, it's traditional for us. So
Yes,
yeah.
she says though that you do it like, you know, you can make the tamales from scratch, or you can go get the tamale dough or whatever at the thing. She just says that sometimes you take the easier way. And I feel like she's like, it's okay. But if she was alive, she'd be like, no, you got to do it from scratch. But in the spirit world, she's fine with you just buying it pre-made. So I just want to tell you that because your grandma's a little picky about her tamales, I guess. So anyway, I just want to say thank you guys. I'm glad I got to do a reading.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas and all that good stuff. This is so cool. This is the first one I ever feel like this.
Thank you
It
so
makes me
much.
so happy. You guys are so welcome. And I hope that the rest of your Christmas is awesome.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
all right. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. Now I'm going to pick somebody else. Okay. So I am going to, oh, I see all these faces in my little camera thing. All right, you guys. Tamara, would you do me a favor and turn your camera off so someone else can get in the room? Thank you. All right, you guys. So, where did that one go? Where did that one go? Hold on. No, not her. No, I was looking at the names, all the comments on the side. Brittany Joseph, I know who you are. I remember you, and I think you have a sister that's your twin, and I want to say hi. Okay, let me see here, you guys. I might actually pick someone out of the comments. Let's do this one. Okay, so hi, Kim, would love to. All right, so let's see if I can get her to add here. Jenny Remac, come on down. I don't know where you are, but I just saw it. It said, I'd like to hear from my late wife, Amy. I don't know how to get you on here without kicking someone else off. So, she what?
She's not on
Okay. She's on YouTube. Okay, so Jenny Remac, we're going to do this one a little different because you're on YouTube, so it doesn't have the opportunity to do video for you. So I'm going to talk to you. I do need, if you guys can not comment for just a little bit here, and let her just kind of take the stage as far as commenting. Jenny Remac, that's who I want to talk to. And I'm looking at this. Let's see. I'm gonna switch to, huh?
You see all her comments on the bottom of your face now?
Yeah.
So I'll do that as it.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, so she's here though. Show. No, that's somebody named Brandy. Hold on a sec. All right, you guys, hold on. Bear with me. Jenny Remac. There you go. Show her comments. Okay. So Jenny, if you could say just one more thing so I could see if it pops up on my screen. And I see the thank you, but I'm trying to see if I see anything else. You guys, I'm going to do this I'm on here for 2 hours. So if you haven't gotten a reading yet, or if I haven't picked you out yet, that's okay. I'm doing this for 2 hours. So you got me for another 90 minutes. But Jenny asked to talk to a wife, and I cannot. Oh, she says hi. Yeah.
I'm pinning them right now.
Oh, okay. Cool. Stephanie's pinning them for me because I need all the help I can get. Okay. So Jenny, I can't remember the lady's name that you asked to talk to, but you said it was your wife or something. So I think though, just confirm with me for just a moment, that I do think that she may have been ill before she crossed into the spirit world. And I feel like it's something that just kind of overcomes her very fast. If it isn't her, there's someone else here. It's Amy. Amy is the name of your late wife. Okay, but what I want to know is, did she pass from an illness? Because I feel like there's something happened with her, and it looks, I feel sick. And so I don't know if that's her or, yes. Okay. So we're pinning Jenny's comments to the bottom. But the thing is, she tells me she was ill before she passed away. She also tells me that you were spending time with her or helping her. And I do not think she thought she was going to die that fast. She's telling me like she needs to let you know that she's okay. She says you've been talking to her a lot out loud. She seemed to want to get in tonight and get to talk to you because you're really missing her right now. So I don't know, maybe she hasn't been gone for a long time. You guys, when I do readings, I talk really fast, okay? So if it seems like I'm talking really fast, I am. But I feel like she's telling me that you've been talking to her a lot and you actually asked her, and I know that lots of you have probably asked your loved ones to get through and talk tonight. But what she's telling me is she wants you to know that she's okay. And you took really good care of her. But I honestly do not think she thought she was going to die. I really don't get that feeling from her. I think she thought she might be okay, or she might get it figured out or something. So when she's coming through right now, I don't know that she's been gone that long. It feels like she hasn't been gone very long at all. Like maybe maybe a year, maybe not even a year. Did she die that recently? Because it seems like it's 5 years. Okay. It's still, so I'm wrong about that. But it feels recent to me. So I don't know why that is. So give me just a moment and see if I can figure this out. She keeps telling me, oh, wait a minute. Are you like trying to move on, or you've moved on or something? She says, this is probably one of the hardest things you've ever had to do. But there's something about stepping forward or moving on and how hard that is. And she knows that. And I feel like it almost hurts my heart. So what she's saying is you might be moving on right now, or at least trying to. And I feel like she's here in support of your happiness, in support of your partnership, in support of your relationship, and how much you guys meant to each other. And she also tells me that her like energy is in your house. You've been feeling her a lot, talking to her a lot. It's pretty intense. She's pretty intense when she's coming through here. And I just feel like she's like really wanting to connect with you. Really, really wanting to connect with you. So I know that I haven't seen you comment yet, but she's telling me that it's like, she said, yes, energy is in the house. Okay. And she also says that you're trying to move forward. So I don't know what that is. She's in the house. She's making shit happen. And she's telling me that intense, and yes, you're trying to trust it. I feel like she says she visits you like all the time. This isn't like something where every once in a while she's around. Studying mediumship and trying to figure out how to date again. Yes. Okay. So if you are studying mediumship, let me tell you a couple things about her, because she's spicy and she knows what she's doing. And when I lost my kid's dad, I immediately went to learning how to do this because it meant so much to me, not just to connect with him, but once I connected with him, it gave me so much relief that I wanted to do that for other people. If there's any of you guys who want to know my story of how I did this, there's a video on YouTube. But for you, Jenny Remac, let me just tell you a couple things. First of all, the energy in your house is getting incredibly intense. Okay. Like I feel like sometimes the frequency that they're at causes those disturbances. So the more and more that you need her around and the more and more that you try to connect with her, the more weird shit's going to happen in your house. But honestly, I feel like that's kind of the frequency of our loved ones. Our culture teaches us that there's ghosts, creaky floors, doors, things opening, footsteps, all of that stuff. Like, oh, it's so scary. It's not. I feel like that is the frequency and energy of our loved ones visiting us. And she says she visits you all the time. And as someone who has someone I love in the spirit world for almost 20 years, it just gets worse. They just get closer. They don't get further apart. Grief, the veil of grief kind of settles down and we get closer to them. I use an analogy all the time for you guys watching, anyone who's come to me for a reading. I may have told you this, but like the stars in the sky, you're up in the mountains or whatever, there's like a million stars in the sky. You're down in the city, there's like 5 because of light pollution. Well, it asks you to consider that the amount of stars in the sky are the amount of signs and synchronicities that they try to give us, but the light pollution is grief. And the closer you are to the loss, the closer you are to not seeing as much of it. But as time goes by, you'll see them more and more because I don't think time exists, you guys. So they don't seem to have anything else that they need to be doing other like their love for us. But I don't know how time works or anything. But I just got to tell you, Jenny, she talks to you. And she doesn't have a discarnate voice box, but you're having like whole conversations with her in your head. And she's causing all kinds of weird shit to happen in your house. And she says it's her and you know it. And every time those things are happening, you're talking to her. But she also tells me that there has been some really like this trusting it, moving forward, moving on with your life, finding someone new. She's telling me that that's been a sticking point. You see her on license plates. I see Mike there in music and I hear her in my head. Exactly. And so she says, it's all me and you are developing a communication with her. But I am going to tell you that if you study mediumship, your ability to connect with other people, other souls besides Jenny, like it's just going to be different. When it's people that we love, our connection to them has grief attached to it, even if it's been 20 years. People, a stranger's loved ones have no attachment to you like that. So you can go into all kinds of details about who they are and how they were and stuff like that. I definitely would encourage you to continue on your journey of mediumship. The world definitely needs more mediums, people who aren't afraid to just say like, hey, I got your loved ones here and they love you and they're okay. So I just want to tell you that, Jenny, and give you lots of love from Amy, and just know she's well, and that this like kind of magical reality that you live in right now where you feel like she's around you is real. So I just want to tell you that. She was so excited, you guys. So I can feel the excitement of your dead people as they want to talk to you. So I just want to let you know that. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for participating. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go backward in the comments, okay? Because I know a ton of you guys have been on here for a minute. I'm going to go back. So yes, bringing through healing in the mediumship, or that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. Let's see. Wait a second. I'm going to go to the camera and I'm going to talk to Lonnie, because Lonnie. I see you, Lonnie. Hold on just a minute. Let me add you to the stage. Wait, how do I do that? Hold on. Oh, add to stage. Okay, there we go.
Hi.
All right. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. Your name's Lonnie.
Yes.
Have I ever read you before?
Yes.
I have. Okay, so if any loved ones, you guys I might have read all of you before. I feel like I've read the entire city of Denver. If I bring through any loved ones for you, there should be new information, even though I don't remember the old information. But is there someone in the spirit world close to your age who died kind of unexpectedly?
Yes.
This is like someone who's, and would that be a man?
Yes.
Or a very bossy girl? I feel like it's got masculine energy. And he tells me that he goes unexpectedly. He says that it's really fast and there's not really a way to prepare for this. Does that make sense about his passing? Now, the other thing is he seems like he's your age, like a partner or a brother, or he's like tight with you. His energy is tight with you. And I feel like when he's coming through today, he's also telling me, do you celebrate Christmas? Like, do you have a tree or...
Mm-hmm.
He keeps talking about like there's something Christmassy that keeps falling down. And he says it's because his energy is in the air. I don't know what it is. It's like it's not like a picture falling off a wall or something like that. It's more like something light, like an ornament falling off a tree, or I don't know. He keeps talking about some small thing that keeps falling down and you have to keep picking it up and putting it back. Whatever that is, and I don't know what it is. So hopefully at one point you might know what it is. But when he's coming through, I feel like there's a lot of love here. I feel like you felt him in the air tonight, is what he's saying. Like something, I don't know what it is. He just says, I've been in the air tonight. So I want to tell you that. And he says that you've even, sometimes I feel like you smell him. I don't know how else to say that, like the way his hair smells, his cologne or something. He tells me that he's all around you. But do you also have a father in the spirit world as well?
Yeah.
Okay, he's here. I don't know if I've talked to him, but he's here. His death is different than that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his death is, your dad's death is like the guy died unexpectedly, but was your dad, did he have like some health issues before everything? Like it goes really fast, but it's so different than the guy. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like your father's way of passing is different than the guy, but I also feel like your father might have had some health issues or something. But I also feel like your father is really stubborn. That is what he's telling me, or kind of hard-headed or set in his ways when he was alive. Does that make sense to you about your dad?
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy. He's just kind of hard-headed sometimes. And he's telling me he's here, but is your mother still living?
Yes.
Okay. And is she with somebody else? Like, and has been for a while, right?
Yeah.
This isn't new. This is whatever. This has gone on. And I feel like your dad is here. I don't know that I've talked to him. I feel like I talked to the other guy. This guy, I don't feel like I spent a bunch of time talking to him or anything like that. But for some reason, he wanted to come today. And he's telling me that because you're going through some changes. He says, kind of like the last girl I talked to, Tamara, the one a couple ago, where her grandpa said he helped inspire something with a job or whatever. It almost feels like the young guy, your dad's there, but he's tempered by the young guy. Like the young guy seems very attached to you. I'm not saying your dad isn't attached to you. It's just a very different relationship. But what they're telling me, and I think you have do you have a cat in spirit?
Yeah.
Okay. That's so freaking weird. Your dad and the dude come with a cat. It's not a dog, it's a cat. And it acts like a dog though. So your cat, I have a cat like that where like you can say its name and it just walks in the room. It doesn't, I don't have to go, pss, pss, pss. It just shows up when I say its name. And I feel like your cat's like that, like a dog like that. But your cat's there and you have a grandma there on your mom's side, right? Your mom's mom is over there. She's here. I may have talked to her, but also your grandfather's over there. And I feel like actually all your grandparents are in the spirit world. So you got all your grandparents, you got your dad, you got your friend, you got your cat. And so everyone's coming around you, like circling around you. And there's some other lady there as well. Do you have an aunt in the spirit world on your mom's side? Like your mom's got a sister over there? Or do you have a great aunt on your, I would just call a great aunt an aunt because that's a grandma's age, but it's on your mom's side. So I'm just going to say, just in the interest of time, I got another lady here who's kind of like your mom's age. I know your mom's alive, but she seems to be very connected to your mom. And they're all, okay, you know who I might be talking, and she was ill before she died, but your mom didn't get to say goodbye or something like that with her. And so she's here, but you're wanting some changes to happen in your life. Like things are stagnant and you want something to go differently than the direction it's been going all this time. And I feel like you just have a lot of spirit help around you, helping to make that happen. So I want to let you know that you're not alone in trying to make your dreams come true or whatever. Like you have like a support staff of loved ones, and they're in the frequency of inspiration. And they're saying that they're trying to help you bring about the changes that you want so desperately to happen in your everyday world. So with love and money and partnerships and kids and all that kind of stuff, everyday living stuff. I just feel like I want to tell you that you have more help than you realize. And there's more people that are in the spirit world that love you than you realize. But things next year are going to be better for you. So I don't know that 2023 was your favorite year. I know it was mine, but it might not have been your favorite year, but next year seems to be a glimmer of hope in like, it just almost seems like you're in the trenches. So you need a little light at the end of the tunnel. And that's exactly what next year is going to be. And for you guys listening, just so you know, next year is 2024 and it's 2024. So in numerology, that's an 8, which is a good number for building money and whatever. And the 2s are about partnership, but we've seen all the 2s in 2020, 2022. We all know the 2s aren't always our friends, and the 0s don't necessarily need to be a friend either, but usually the 2s are about partnership. So just so you know that, Lonnie, there'll be lots of partnership, but the 4 in that tells me that in order to bring money and income in and stuff like that, for all of you, but especially for you, it's about getting your ducks in a row, getting things organized, getting things set into place. And once you do that, then the dominoes start to fall in the right direction for you. Okay. So I just want to let you know that, but I also feel like that's kind of an overall thing for everyone. But in your specific case, I feel like there's some things you need to do and you don't want to do them because they're a pain in the ass. Right. That is why. They might involve, like, maybe you got to deal with a tax bill and you got to call the IRS and that's a pain in the ass. Or maybe you got to, like, file your taxes or whatever it is, it's a pain in the ass. And right. You know what the pain in the ass is. But once you just kind of like get through it, you're going to be absolutely fine. So I just want to let you know that and let you know, like, things are getting better. It's been a little while of shitty things, but things are starting to get better. So fantastic. I just want to let you know that. And I want to give you all the love from this power team of dead people that you have who love you, including the younger guy who tells me that he kind of facilitated bringing everyone in because he knew that you needed everyone, but he loves you. Yes. I just want to let you know that he absolutely loves you. Yeah. Do you have a kid?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like part of you getting your ducks in a row has something to do with your kid. And I don't know why that is, but that's part of it. And I'm supposed to mention that. So I just want to say that to you. It's nothing. It's like connected to your kid, but it's like about time and maybe schedule and stuff like that. That's what that's connected to. It's not like something bad's happening to your kid, but it's like timing and scheduling and stuff like that might have to shift a little bit to make life go in the direction you want it to. And that might have to be with one of your kids. It's not a big deal. They're not going to care. It just makes your schedule easier. So I just want to let you know that. And hopefully I got to whatever you needed. I know you didn't ask, but it just started. So I didn't really have a choice. I just went right into it. But definitely. You're very welcome. And I wish you like a Merry Christmas. And I hope that you have an awesome rest of your night. Thank you for participating. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, guys, I'm going to do another one on here. I'm going to do another one in the, hold on. Serita. I know you, Serita, and I know you probably have a question for me. And I want to answer that question for you because I don't know what it is, but I feel like you need something. So, and it's just because I've read her before, you guys. She texted me. I know text people. Her and her daughter, Serita and Shanti, I think is her name. So either that or I got the completely wrong person. But if Serita, just come on down. I just want to talk to her real quick. I don't know if she's still there or not. There she is. There she is. I would love to hear from my mom. Okay, Serita. So you don't have to get on camera, but I know that your daughter is there. I'm pretty sure Shanti's there. And for you guys who don't know, there's some people like that I've done several readings for, and I get to know their loved ones. Today I did readings at my office with almost all my clients were people that have been to me before, but I don't always remember stuff. You guys know that if you've ever had more than one reading with me, I don't remember shit. And is Shanti with you? That's in the little thing on the Facebook. That's her and Shanti is her daughter, and I know her daughter. And I feel like, though, for you guys, I know like some of the stuff that's happened in your life. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail on here, but I do want to say to you, my dear, that not only is your mom around, and I do know that her mom died of an illness, and I know that this is a long time ago, or a while ago, whenever I first met her, which is years ago. And I know, though, she has a connection. Oh, she's not there. Okay. So this message is for her. Your mom's giving you a message. It's about her. So I know that she might be with her dad or somewhere else right now. But the thing is, your mom is saying she knows what's going on. So I feel like whatever's happening in that situation with your daughter and her dad and all that other stuff, I feel like she's coming as comfort to you. She's also talking about Shanti, though. She's talking about being around her as she's getting older. This thing about how, because I don't know what you were like when you were younger, but according to your mom, Shanti is just like you. She thinks for herself. She does things for herself. And even though I know you guys are like tight, it seems like your mom's saying when Shanti's not with you, she's with her. And she seems to be like wanting to definitely kind of connect with you tonight about Shanti, about whatever's going on in your life right now. Situation has not improved at all. It's been terrible. Okay. That's exactly though why she's here. Because she says like, there's something about being with Shanti. So if she's with her dad, then that's where she is. But this is a hard time. You're having a hard time. And it's just the whole situation is hard. It's not just because it's the holidays. It's because of what you're going through, and custody is like that, and that all that kind of stuff. It sucks. And so, but your mom is coming to like help. There's not much she can do, you know, like she's got to inspire things, or she's got to like, they got to be able to inspire people, but people have to listen. So I feel like your mom is over there wanting to let you know you're not alone right now. You're not alone at all. Your mom's standing right beside you. And she's telling me, though, that you might possibly have some plans to see your dad soon. I don't know that you guys I don't know if you celebrate Christmas or not, but I feel like there's something with your dad. She says she's talking about your father. So are you going to be spending some time with him soon or something? I didn't know that you guys would do that. But somehow that's what it feels like is going on here. So Serita, is there like, do you have plans to see your dad here in a little bit? Maybe not today, but soon. I feel like your mom's with you because she wants to let you know she's helping the best she can. But as we know, not everybody listens to that kind of stuff. But I'm just waiting for Serita to come back here. And then I'm going to grab another video one after I do hers. Okay. So actually I'm just going to, here we go. I have seen him more often, but slowly seeing and spending time. Okay. So there's something about your mom saying about spending time with him, and that something like that might happen soon. I know for a while you were estranged from him. So she's talking about spending more time with him, talking to him soon, being close to him. So I just want to let you know that your mom, she can't make everything better, but what she can do though, is let you know that she's around you to like ease your heart, because she says you don't always feel like you have everybody to talk to about it. So that's why she's here. That's why she's coming through for you. And that's what she's showing up for. I don't know about the custody situation. I don't know that it's going to get better or worse. It just feels kind of stagnant right now. So I don't really know what's going on there, but I have to tell you that your mom loves you. She just wanted to make sure that she came through. And when I saw your name, I was like, holy shit, I got to say hi to her, because she texts me, you guys, and I don't ever text anyone back. So if you ever text me on my personal number and you're like, God, I didn't hear from her, it's because I get so many of them and then they just disappear and then I never get back to it. So Serita, I'm sorry for I'm apologizing for not always texting you back. But I would like you to know though, that your mom is around you. She says that you need her desperately right now. And I just want to let you know that. I just want to let you know that. So, today has been a hard with Shanti. It's hard. And I'm sure there's lots of people watching now who have custody bullshit stuff where you don't get to be with your kid on a holiday and stuff like that. And it's a really hard time. So it's very important just to kind of take care of yourself, give yourself some love, and know that your loved ones are with you, even if your people that you want can't be. So I just want to give you all the love from your mama and let you know that she's around you and she's around Shanti. So it was good to talk to you, and thanks for tuning in, my dear. Okay, I'm going to go to one of these video people here, and I'm looking for someone that you have not read. Who is that? David J. Have I read you, David J? Wait, I got to add you onto the stage, but you're on video, so I'm adding you. Hi. Oh, wait, you're muted.
Oh,
I get you. I hear you now.
okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I get all excited when I hear a voice.
Okay.
Have I ever read you before?
Yeah, I've read me about a year and a half ago.
Okay. So I'm sorry I don't remember, but I wanted to pick you because someone seems to be using my eyes to see you. You guys, I swear that I've read so many people that it's like all these names and everything coming up. I'm pretty sure I may have read a lot of you. So just know, but do you have like a female in the spirit world who's close to your age, David?
Yes.
Like there's some lady with she looks like a big sunshine face coming when she's coming to me. There's a lot of love here. She's shining it on you. Do you have like a romantic love in the spirit world, or a sister
Yes.
you were really close to? There's a lovey-dovey kind of energy, but would she have been ill before she died?
Yes.
Okay.
It was my late wife.
Your wife? Okay. And she looks, I don't know if you ever saw the Teletubbies with the sunshine face, but when I'm looking at her, she comes like pure sunshine. So my feeling with her is that she has that in her nature, this smiley, glowing, warm feeling about her. I don't know how else to explain it. And she tells me, though, it's like she kind of, I almost feel like I want to tickle your shoulder or touch you on the shoulder or something like that, because she says that sometimes you think you feel her. And you guys have kids together?
Yes, 2.
Okay. Living, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I think she's also a grandmother. Is that true as well?
No.
Okay. Then is there a small child around you in your everyday life, like a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, something like that? You can say no if not.
No. I have 9-year-old nieces, but that's.
She keeps telling me she's around like a younger kid, and that's kind of easy for them to communicate with a young kid or an animal or something like that. So I don't exactly know who she's talking about, but what I can tell you is she tells me that she tries to visit you in every way she can. And it could be through signs and synchronicities. It could be through reminders of her. It could be the scent of her hair when it was wet. It could be whatever. Like she says, she's coming at you from all angles. So basically what she's telling me, she sends you signs that you see, signs that you feel, signs that you hear, signs that you even taste or smell. And she's talking about how close she is to you. And she says that I don't necessarily feel like right now you're connecting with a lot of people, or you've kind of like pulled back or drawn back a little bit. And I don't know what that means. It might be because it's the holidays. It might be, I mean, you got kids. But she just keeps saying like, there's this feeling here about some, it's almost like, she tells me that you're like not doing as much, or you've stepped back or something. So is there something going on right now where you're just spending more time on your own or something?
Yeah, there has been. So I've decided just to take some classes, and that's about really all I'm doing about this point in time.
Yeah, she just says you kind of drew back a little bit. Try to just take a breath, is how she's saying it. And I feel like she's in support of you, but I also feel like you are not sure if you're headed in the right direction or not. And I actually feel like she might be a really good sounding board for you when she was alive. Does that make sense?
Yes.
She just says you've been talking to her, like she's still your sounding board. She's still like walking around the house talking to you. You want to know what she thinks of these changes. And I feel like, does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay. You want to know what she thinks of the changes that you're making. Mm-hmm. And you've even in the house or where you live has changed as well, is what she's telling me. So there's been several changes going on around you. But she's telling me that she's in support of you finding new answers to old problems. She's in support of you finding a new way to see things or a different perspective that you seem to be working on trying to get. And I don't really know exactly how you're doing that, but I definitely feel like your wife is saying she's in support of you. I also feel like sometimes you're not sure if she's around or not, or if she's still here, but she says she's not going anywhere. So I feel like, she's in with it. She's in it with you. She's in the trenches with you. And when you're like 90 years old or 95 or whatever, she says, I'll meet you again one day. But in the meantime, it's about you trying to figure out how to get moving forward and just something. I feel like much like me, when I lost my kid's dad, something breaks and you want to make a change. Like, you don't know what kind of change. You just know you feel like you're drawn in a different direction or life has a different value. And that's how I see things with you. Does that make sense?
It does.
You have a new perspective. And so she's talking about your new perspective, and she's talking about you trying to figure out a way to heal through other activities or other things that you're learning or doing. Maybe it's like connected to career or family or whatever. You're trying to learn a different way to be and a different way to exist. And she's telling me she's not going anywhere. So I definitely feel some really strong bonds of love here. And she says she has heard you talking to her. I also feel like I'm looking behind you at the shelf that I think is on your left. There's like a curio cabinet or something like that behind you in the room that you're in. And she's pointing at it because I actually feel like there's stuff connected to her on that. And she keeps pointing over to that. So I can barely even see it, but it's behind
a bunch of
you.
figurines and everything else. There's just a story actually between her and my mom that they got very connected through all those.
Is that what's behind you right there?
Yes.
Yeah. Your mom's probably with her because they keep pointing to the shelf on the side of you, but it just looks like little blobs of color. So I can't see it very well. Your mom, if your mom's there, did your mom die after her?
No. Actually, my mom is still alive and she's in another room right now. But my dad is passed away. So
okay, there's somebody else. No, this isn't a dad. This is a lady. There's another lady here. She acts like your mom. Now your mom's in the other room, so obviously she's not dead. But she acts like a mom, or like if she was a grandma, she would have acted like your mother, or she would have been a second mother figure. But actually, I kind of feel like I might not be talking about your mom's mom. I actually feel like, do you have a mother-in-law in the spirit world?
Actually, my grandmother, my dad's mom.
Okay. So was she like a mom to you?
Yeah, she was.
And she's kind of like, you know how grandmas are all nice and all that other stuff. She kind of seems a little spicy, like behave. Or that's how she would have been when she was alive. She's very much like sticks to the rules, but she's very loving with her grandchildren. I feel like with her children, she's a little tougher, but with her grandchildren, she's soft. Does that make any sense to you?
It does. So.
And so, but your dad's over there too?
Yes.
Did he have something going on in his chest, like his lungs, or I feel like I can't breathe. And he's just telling me like his passing, that was kind of shitty, but he's good. He wants you to know he's good. He doesn't talk a lot. He's just standing in the background like, yep. He's with his dad and his mother because they're both gone. And then your wife's there. She seems to know who they are though. And then I think she has a parent with her. Or she has somebody with her that's in her family that would be an in-law to you. So I got to tell you, the more I'm doing this, the more people I'm seeing for you. Do you also have a friend in the spirit world, like a man you might have worked with or had a work connection with? Your wife knows who he is. He might have actually died before her. He's probably about 10 years older than you, and you just kind of find out that he dies of like a heart attack or a stroke at work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I just found out about that recently.
He's here. He says hi. He's just like, he used to work with you. And it's so funny because your wife's like, get over here and talk. Like she's telling everybody how to talk to you. And I just got to say that your wife I also feel like she has a very good sense of humor. I feel like she doesn't always take everything so seriously. And I really actually like that about her. So I don't think that your wife would get up in front of a group of this many people. Like, I think we got like 100 people on the thing. She wouldn't get up and do any of this in front of all these people. However, this is important. She's saying I wouldn't necessarily do this, but she wanted to reach out to you today because she's telling me that you've had, I don't even know how you found this. She said it just kind of randomly showed up and you're like, you know what? I just feel like I want to do that. And she says, I did it. I inspired you. I did it. That's her energy because she wanted to talk to you and tell you that she loved you. But I look on that cabinet and I see all these things. And then there's some older lady with your dad. And it feels like they're all just like wanting to communicate with you that they love you. And that I don't know that losing people gets easier. I just know that we get used to it. I guess that's a horrible way to say it, but that's exactly what it is because you never really like stop loving them or missing them. She's telling me she's all over the house though. Everywhere you look are little pieces of your wife. I don't know how much crap she had in there, but she loves it. And everything has a story. Everything has a meaning. Every tiny little thing. And she remembered every story to how she got everything. Does that make sense about her?
It does.
Okay, that is not like me at all. I don't remember half the shit I get. So I feel like that is a wonderful quality about her. And she's also telling me that within the last probably like 24 hours, it's not a long time, you were talking about a Christmas with her and a gift for her and how she reacted to it. It's something that was on your mind. It like brings you... It's like a special thing. I don't know. Maybe you gave her jewelry. Maybe you proposed to her on Christmas or something like that. But she just talks about there was a special memory that you were just talking about. And she's saying she was like a fly in the wall in that. Does that make sense?
It does. Actually, our anniversary is coming up, and actually, and during our reading, something the 9/12 that is related to you is the 12/9 that's related to me. So. And so that came up from your son as they're trying to connect. So,
yeah, I love those little synchronicities. That is like the magic of the universe. But if your anniversary is coming up, that's probably what she's talking about because it looks like there was like a special gift. There was I love yous exchanged and all that kind of stuff. And if you were just talking about your upcoming anniversary, just know that she absolutely remembers every single minute of every single detail. And I think she saved every little thing from your wedding. So that's your wife. That's who she is. That's how she loves. She just remembers everything. So I just want to let you know that she's here. She showed up tonight. She'd never talk in front of this many people on her own, but she certainly is doing that tonight to let you know that she's good. Your anniversary's coming up, but she says, it's almost like she's saying you should still celebrate it. Just celebrate it anyway. Celebrate her, celebrate your connection to her. I just feel like she absolutely loves you. So I want to let you know that. And I'm glad I got to connect with her. And I'm glad she was pushy enough to get through all the dead people. Because there are a lot of dead people here tonight. You guys brought them all. And so there's probably like 1,000 people behind me. So I'm glad she was somehow able to do this. Probably because she's talked to me before and the 12/9 things and all of that. But I just want to tell you that she loves you. And she's just saying this leg of your journey is about you changing and doing things different. And she just wants to let you know that she supports you 100%. And happy anniversary and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Well, thank you.
That is. So I hope you have a great night.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. So we're going to do another one. All right, you guys, I see all their, I see all these names. I think I'm going to pick somebody. Okay, but they're not on this platform. This is going to be a comment one. And next time I do this, maybe we can get more people on camera. This time I would have to close it and start all over and reschedule the meeting. So I'm not going to do that. But in the future, I don't plan on doing them for 2 hours, except for on this day and possibly, well, not on Mother's Day, but somewhere close to that. But because I just remembered I'll be doing something else that day. But I want to talk to, is Maria Bales. Maria Bales, come on down. She's a YouTube viewer. So I don't know. She signed in here probably like a half hour ago. So we'll see if she's still here. But Maria Bales, if you are here, come on down, make a comment. We'll pin your comment. It looks like Maria has, there she is. I'm here. Okay. So you have a son in the spirit world. Can you just tell me his first name? That's all I need. So let's see here. I'm here. Hi, I'm here. Okay. So all you got to do, you guys got to go back and forth from video to this, to video to this. Where is Maria? I'm here. His name is Nick. Oh, Nick. Okay. Not Nick. Okay. Okay. And have I ever read you before, Maria? So just let me know if I've read you before. He seems like he knows what he's doing. So he seems to have gotten right into my head here. And hold on a second. I have read you. Okay. I'm going to get to Nick here, but Angela Roos, she would be on Facebook. You have a son named Devin. He's always here. He always is here, and you're taking care of his kids. And I'm just putting this on here because I don't know if you're on here or not, but hopefully at some point you watch this or something like that because it's Christmas Eve and he's talking about his kids and you have his kids and you help them. And her name is Angela, Rouse. I don't know if it's Rouse or whatever. She has a son named Devin. And I just want to say, if any of you know her, because I know I got all these Facebook people on here and sometimes the Facebook people know other people. If any of you know her, he always kind of butts in. But he's butting in right now because he wants to talk to his mom. So I just want to say that, but I'm not going to talk to him necessarily. That was all I was going to say because he's being pushy. All right. I want to get back to Maria Bales. And I got to say that I think he died unexpectedly. So there's something here where I feel like he is in the spirit world and you wouldn't expect him to be there at this particular point. So I don't know that he was ill or anything like that. But I just want to tell you that. And Toby motherfucking Jenkins, he is always butting in. So I just want to let you know that your son is here. And I don't know what it is. It's like Maria opened the gate. Her son just opened the gate to a bunch of young men whose moms are connected. So Maria, I'm going to get to you here in just a second. I got to say there's a lot of moms here trying to connect with their sons. There's a lot of young men coming through. They die in all kinds of different ways. I don't know what they all are, but it seems like it's a lot. And I feel like it's kind of like a Pandora's box of young guys right now. So I just want to tell you, if you have a son in the spirit world, he's probably here right now. And I am supposed to tell you, Toby, that he loves you. And her nickname is Toby motherfucking Jenkins. Just want you guys to know that. Okay, so I want to get back to Maria. And I want to tell you, Maria, that your son is here. He tells me he dies unexpectedly, and I'm not expecting him in the spirit world, but I get the impression he may have talked to me before, or that might be why he's coming through. He tells me that it's like, I think he has siblings. I think you have other kids. I don't think he's your only kid, because he keeps talking about there's other children connected to him, or either that or he has kids, but he kind of feels young. I don't know that he would have kids. I feel like he's here. I feel like I've talked to him before. And as he's coming through, I just feel like he has siblings and other people connected to him that you may tell about this or share this information with, that he was here, because your son likes to joke around. He has a good sense of humor. He says his passing is really shitty. And he's talking about being there for his family and his sibling. Oh, he's 17 years old and he has a brother. Okay. And so his brother's alive though. And he's telling me he's visiting his brother, tells me he's visiting you, but it's not just that. He's also talking about some holiday song that seems to be connected to him. So I don't exactly know what it is, but it's almost like, maybe it's not a holiday song. Does your son like mix shit up? make stuff like songs, like he jokes, he's got a creative mind, he thinks outside the box, he's very strong-willed, is what I'm getting. And Toby, it's Jason, right? It's Jason. I think it's Jason. I can't remember if that's your son that's living or the one that isn't. But I just keep going back and forth here. He would make up songs. He's very creative. Okay. I just hear him making up goofy songs with real songs, like mixing them together and making a joke, like Jingle Bells into something goofy. And that seems to be the nature of his personality when he's coming through. So he's actually talking to me like he's, I don't know, making fun of some songs out there or something. He has a very interesting and unique perspective. He likes to joke around, and I feel like he had a ton of friends. And I feel like he might be cremated or he's in your house. I see him on display is what he's telling me. But he's also telling me that you might still have a lot of his stuff, or he might still have a room in your house or something like that. He doesn't act like he's very far away from you. And it doesn't seem like you've moved a lot of his stuff out of the way or something like that. It seems like he's very much still connected to you and your path and everything you're going through. So I just want to say that. I also want to tell you that there is, wait. And Maria, do you have everything he left is still here? He's telling me though that you have, like, there's some upcoming vacation or something that you're going somewhere he would have freaking loved, but it seems like it's upcoming. So do you guys have like some trip planned to somewhere that he really loved? It's almost like he's going on a trip with you. That it seems like he's going on a trip with you. So I don't know exactly what he's trying to say here, but he's saying that you're going somewhere and he's going with you. Yeah, to a beach house. Perfect. He's going with you. He loved that place. And so I have a theory that our loved ones blend their energy with us. And when they blend their energy with us, that is their connection to this world. So they can borrow our sense of sight, our sense of smell, our sense of taste. You make their favorite cake, they can taste it. It's a split second. It happens instantaneously. And it's because of the bonds that we have with our loved ones and how close we are to them and how much we care about them. That is the magic of all of this. And this is what he's saying. You go on this trip. This is somewhere he absolutely loves or would love. And he says that when you go there, he's telling me that he'll be able to feel the air through your skin. He'll be able to smell the ocean. He'll be able to feel the sand. He says he's so connected. And this stuff that you have coming up, I feel like he's like excited for you. Because it's almost like he travels with you. But I wonder, because he tells me he's ashes, I wonder if there aren't some of his ashes that sometimes travel around with you. Like maybe you got like some little necklace with his ashes in it. Or there's a lady the other day, she has a little urn that she carries her mom around in, like she just throws her in her purse. So I just want to tell you that. And it feels very, very, very much like he's involved with his brother right now. So something going on with his brother is like really important to him. So, oh, and then you have his ashes and jewelry. So you do take his ashes with you in some way because he's like a traveling, that was what this thing was. So he's traveling with you. He says, you know, the other thing is he talks about that. I think he still has like shoes by the door, or yeah, like he might still have shoes in a closet, or it's still, things are where he left them. He says it isn't just that you kept them, it's that things are where he left them is what he's telling me. So, does he have advice for his brother, first year in college, struggling some? I feel like that's what he's talking about, why he's with his brother. So if his brother's in college, the thing is, your other son is just not as confident it's almost like he just doesn't know how he's going to do. For some reason, he questions his own smarts. He's a smart kid. He's going to figure this out. The first year of college is pretty much hard for everybody involved. That's what his brother is saying. He says, I'm around him though. And I feel like though he's also very impressed with him. So I don't think your other son feels very impressed with himself. I feel like he's hard on himself and he doesn't think he's doing well and all that kind of stuff. So he's definitely struggling. But I feel like his brother is cheering him on because it's like, oh, his shoes are still right where you left them. That's what he was telling me. His shoes are still there. But he's telling me that his brother, he absolutely loves his brother. He's cheering him on from the background. And I got to say that there is a lot of love for his brother. They were like thick as thieves. They're close. They're tight. So he's just telling me, and I think whenever I did a reading for you, I must have already talked about how he died or something like that, because he's not really getting into that. He's just telling me I've talked to him before, but he keeps talking about his brother and his stuff at the house and all those things. He's just saying that he wants you to know that he's absolutely fine over there in the spirit world. But I actually feel like he's got his hands on his brother's shoulder, like he's telling him, you've got this. And it's almost like he's giving his brother a pep talk. So I just want to let you know that and give you lots of love from your son, and let you know that he watches over his brother, but he also watches over you. And he's in the house just like he never left. And that's what he's saying. But one other thing, just one little thing. If you ever decide to move or go somewhere else, he's there with you no matter what. So I just want to say that. And you said you had a mom over there. What is her first name? I don't know if I've talked to her or not, but I just need a name because the name is how I get there. But does he have two grandmas over there? He's got two women with him. They both look like grandmas. And your mom would have been ill before she died. Clothild. Okay, that's an older lady name. My grandma's name was Cornelia. It's one of those. Okay, Toti. But does he have two? Does your son have two grandmas over there? Because I feel like he's got two older women. Oh, okay, two grandmas are now with him. All right, awesome. Because you said your mom, and he's like, I got them both. That's how he talks about it. I think his grandfathers are in the spirit world as well. But he's like, I got them both. So he's got your mom and he's got his dad's mom. And they were both ill and older before they died. So this is, but I feel like your mom's passing was very, I don't want to say fast. I just want to say she kind of slipped away, is my feeling. Maybe she passed in her sleep or she passed peacefully. I don't know that you might have thought it was peaceful, but she felt peaceful about it. Both grandfathers are with him. Okay. Cause that's it. He's like, I got them all over here. But your mom is telling me though that she goes very peacefully, or she's unconscious or non-responsive or something like that because she doesn't feel anything. And sometimes, just this, so you guys know this, while I'm waiting for her to get back to me about that, just so you guys know this, often, like if someone's in the hospital or they're non-responsive, unconscious, severe dementia, Alzheimer's, all that kind of stuff, they have the ability to detach from their body and not be in pain. So I just want to tell you that because there's something here, Maria, about your mom where she says she was able to detach from her body or disconnect, and it feels like a very peaceful passing. So I want to say to you that your mom's, she just says, peaceful. You said my mom, Toti, passed away in hospice. The other lady's there too, but the hospice is peaceful. Whatever the situation was with your mom, it was peaceful. She says it's like she goes to sleep and then just wakes up and sees all these people. And I have to say that it's really interesting how when our loved ones are dying or moving away from us or whatever, how there's so many other people there waiting for them, waiting to give them love, waiting to hold them, waiting. They're all just in waiting. And I feel like your mom says they were all there for me. and her mom and dad, and there's another man over there, and your son, and whatever. It's like they're all together, but I kind of think your mom died after your son. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it seems like she's been over there less time. So I just want to tell you that because your mom says it was so peaceful for her. And I don't think she was alone either. I think she felt people around her. She felt people that loved her, and she didn't cross into the spirit world without that. She died before Nick. Okay, so I do have it in the wrong order. But she's over there. There's some other guy, though, that she met who was younger than her, died before her. So I don't know if she had a brother over there, if she had one of her own sons over there. There's someone else over there. Mother-in-law passed away. Oh, after my son, Nick. Okay, that might be then the other grandma that's there. I just might have got them mixed up because I'll do that. But your mother-in-law passed away after my son. Okay, so I just feel like they're all here. And I want to tell you that as they're here, they're also kind of saying to you that there's something here about you taking care of yourself. Something about you giving yourself a little bit of love. And I feel like your mom's message is there. Your mom's message is, I went peaceful. She's definitely with your son, but she says you already knew she was with your son. And so when she comes through, you have an uncle who passed away at the age of 5. Okay, that may be her brother or whoever the younger man was that died before her. But the thing is, your mom's doing freaking awesome. But she was peaceful. Like, this is peaceful. But what I was going to say is, so were there people with her when she died? That's what I want to know. And Kitty, your mom visits you all the time. I just want to tell you that because I just saw your name on there. And if I remember you, and it takes a while for me to remember people, but Kitty, your mom is in your house, and it's not just her. There's a few other people. But Maria, I got to tell you, though, that your mom was like not awake or something, non-responsive. She says there's people around her. They're talking to her. It brings her a lot of peace because she felt all the love when she crossed into the spirit world. So when we're around our loved ones at the end of our lives, at the end of their lives, if they're not responsive, it doesn't mean that they can't hear us. And it doesn't mean that they're suffering, because there is this thing, and this has come up a little bit in readings lately. So I just want to tell you guys that any of you that are ever with any of your loved ones as they pass away and they've been non-responsive, and then at the end you hear the dreaded, like, that kind of sound, that is a natural sound that comes with the death of a body. It doesn't mean that they're suffering. And I feel like I just want to make that clear to every single person on here, that if you are ever with someone as they cross into the spirit world and they're non-responsive, unconscious, heavily medicated, sedated, whatever, they're generally kind of dipping in and out of this reality, because there's no need for them to be in pain. There's no need for them to suffer. That is, yeah. So I just want to tell you that. And I also want to tell you guys something else. I need to do a TikTok video on this, but I'm just going to tell you, Maria, thank you for letting me talk to them. And I want you to know that they love you very much. And as far as, does my mom have any advice for my brother and how I can help him? That part, I don't know yet, because she's starting to drift away, but it's probably because there's all these other people here. So I'm not able to answer that question for you, Maria, but I can tell you that your son, mom, other mom, father-in-law, dad, and some other guy who's an uncle is all over there, and they're all around you right now. So what I want to say is just trust that you'll be inspired with whatever you need to help your brother. So I want to tell you guys something. I did a reading the other day, and it was really shitty. Someone lost a kid, a little kid, like an 8-year-old. And as I was doing this reading, and I was thinking to myself that, you know, like the lady that I was talking to, she was trying to make sense of why it happened, like trying to wrap her head around why she would lose a kid. And I know that a lot of you have had a lot of traumatic loss. You've had a lot of experiences that have been really sad. And in those experiences, we lose people and then we try to make sense of it. And sometimes we call it fate. And sometimes we say, well, maybe it's meant to be, maybe God called them home, maybe whatever. But the reality is shitty shit happens in this reality. Where we are right now, you're going to lose your job. People are going to die. And it's not meant to be. It's just what happens. We're always reconnected with our loved ones. We're always going back to them. So whenever we cross in the spirit world, we all meet again. And they're around you through inspiration. That's the frequency that they're at. But for those of you who've had some traumatic loss, especially the loss of a child, I cannot even imagine what that would be like. And I hope that I never have to experience that. But it fucking sucks. And so sometimes bad things happen in this world, and it doesn't mean it's meant to be. It doesn't mean you're being punished. It doesn't mean that anything else is going on here at all. It just means shitty shit happens. The same thing goes for people who've had miscarriages and losses of pregnancies and losses of babies before they're even born. Shit happens. Biology goes wrong. Things don't always work the way they need to. And so please understand that we all get reconnected again one day. But in the meantime, being kind to one another and making the best out of this experience, even though there's been a bunch of shitty stuff that's happened, like that's what we're here to do. We're here to make the best of it because this is where all the adversity is. All your loved ones are good. Doesn't matter how they lived, doesn't matter how they died, none of it matters. They understand everything. They're clear. They don't have any problems in their body, nothing like that. So they're absolutely fine. And they also understand their effect on you and how much you love them and how their life affected you long-term, even if, say, you had a great-great-grandma who died a long time ago, and she impacted your mother in a way that it changed the way your mother became a parent to you. So it may even be people that you never met. So I just want to let you know that you all have loved ones near you. And just for those of you who, one of the things I volunteer at, like a addiction support, I do some readings at a suicide support. I do some readings. That's really hard stuff, overdose, suicide, all those things. But I can tell you they're not suffering. Nobody's suffering. The suffering is for this world, not where they are. So they're all at peace. And I just want to assure you of that. Even if I haven't got to talk to them tonight, you guys are always welcome to schedule appointments with me, because when it's you, it's just you. It's not like there's 1,000 people in the background. So just know that. But I just want to say, for those of you who are trying to make sense of a really shitty traumatic loss, whether someone kills themselves, whether they overdose, whether someone kills them, whether they die in a car accident, whether it's a fall while they're trying to take a selfie, or they drown in a lake or whatever, it's all horrible shit. All things I see all the time. And I just want to say, sometimes shit happens, and it doesn't mean that we're meant to suffer through it. And it doesn't mean that our loved ones are meant to not be with us. It just means that shit happens. So I just want to tell you this. I'm going to do a couple more readings. I also want to tell you guys, while I have people here before I move on to the next couple of readings, I just want to tell you, I am doing a retreat that some of this stuff, like we're talking about, like some of the, I call it ancestral healing, but healing with your loved ones, healing with people that passed away dramatically, how that affects us, how our thoughts are affected by depression, by anxiety, by all of that. Me and Dina, if you want to spend a couple of days with some crazy ladies and a bunch of other ladies who are all fucking awesome, it's a very powerful experience of healing and connecting with your loved ones, and also, though, healing yourself and the things that you've been through as well. There's also great women there. There's friends that are made forever. It's in Monument. It's a Thursday night, all day Friday, all day Saturday, half the day Sunday. All the meals are provided and there's rooms available. And I am very excited to do this. The next one, we did one in April. It was fucking phenomenal. So we're doing it again, and we've added to it because we've got some new ideas and different ways to make this work for people. So if you're interested in that, it's on my website. And any woman can attend it. The price is on there with the rooms and the meals. And basically you're going to be in activities or connected to people pretty much the whole time, unless you need your downtime, which that will also be respected as well. So if any of you guys are interested, there's still a few spots available. And you would also have to deal with me for 4 days. So just a little fair warning, that, having me on full 4 days, that might not be like my good friends. Those are the people that can probably tolerate that. But if you want to come, there's spaces available, and it's those days, and it's a great way to start the new year. So nope, no dudes right now. I haven't run one for dudes yet, but one day we'll figure that out. We'll get that done. But it's very different in a group of women, women together with no men around. It just changes the dynamic, and it makes it so that you're able to be more vulnerable and more connected, just as a group of men all together would be able to be more vulnerable and more connected without a woman in the room. It's just a thing. And so I just want to let you know that eventually we'll get to one where dudes are allowed. So we're just not there yet. But I just want to let you guys know that. So I'm going to go to the video thing here really quick, and I'm going to pick someone up on the video. And let's go to her. I don't even know who this is. Lynette.
Hi.
Greetings. Hi. Have I read you before?
Yes.
Nice to re-meet you. I think I've read everybody on here. I'm sorry, I don't remember, but if you have loved ones that come through, there should be new information. But I feel 4 people here for you. I don't feel just like 1 or 2. And I also feel like it's something going on in your love life that's shifting or changing your love life.
My whole life imploded earlier this year, so.
Okay. So I feel like you have loved ones here, and we're talking about some living world shit that's going down. And so, but they're here in support of you. I feel like you have a grandmother, and you have some other lady who's like a mother figure to you. So I don't think it's your mom. I think it might be another grandma or a great grandma if you got to meet her. But I have some older women here. They're much older than you. You look like you're in your 20s. They look like they're in their 90s. So they're old looking women is what I want to say, but that's just how they appear to me. Obviously they don't have a body. I also feel like, do you have a couple of friends in the spirit world, like a male and a female friend? One of each is kind of my feeling. And do you also have like someone who took their life connected to you?
Not to my knowledge, but one of my friends died when he was 16.
When he was 16. What about, do you have somebody that overdosed?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, then somebody else is bugging me. Hold on here, just a sec. Can you put water in there for me?
Yeah.
I drank it all.
Okay.
So I feel like I have loved ones here. I feel like you got a lot of shit going on in your life. I feel like you got a friend here, and then someone else is kind of dipping in with an overdose, but I think it's connected to somebody in the audience. So I'm just going to put that dude to the side. It's not the 16-year-old one. This is someone different. It's completely his fault why he's gone. And I just keep seeing drug use with him, and he's not your guy. He belongs to someone on the side. So I will get to that in just a minute. He's just got a big personality, and he says, shit. I got somebody else here. So I'm going to talk about your stuff. And then I already have the next person. He overdosed or killed himself with drugs, or I don't know, you guys, but if any of you guys has a guy who's about 23, 24, 25, dies of an overdose or takes his life and uses drugs, you may very well be next contestant on whatever the hell this is. So, Lynette, what do you want to know? Is there someone you want to talk to? Do you want to talk about something going on in your life? You can just keep it vague. You can say a topic like work or living situation or whatever, but your love life's a little chaotic.
Oh,
So
it is totally chaotic. Let's go in on that.
Okay, let's go in on that. So I want to let you know, though, you got some loved ones over there who are saying like they're trying to help or they're trying to be here for that. And sorry, you guys, I got to take this off. I'm too hot. I have 2 shirts on, and it's just too much at this point. So it was fine earlier today, but not now. So sorry to partly undress. Your love life, it feels like it's a little bit of a mess. I feel like you have someone in and out of your life or in and out of your awareness. So it's like there's people that you've connected with, and maybe they're maybe they suck. Maybe you have.
You can be honest. I can take it. Trust me.
I'm just saying, like, maybe some of the people that you've dated, maybe you've kissed a few frogs. That's what I want to say. Because you seem to have some people that are kind of half-ass, like they'll message you and want to see you and then they won't. Does that make sense?
Yes,
you.
stop reading my DMs.
I just don't worry, it happens to the best of us. But I definitely feel like there's something here. I want to say you have not found the right person yet. I feel like what you've found are a lot of training wheels, as I like to call them. And so these are training wheels, okay? But I feel like whatever was going on in your love life before, you didn't listen to your intuition and you talked yourself into being with someone that kind of sucked. So no offense to whoever that person is, but as far as I'm concerned, as far as them being a partner for you, they suck. So you talked yourself into that and you believed that for a really long time that it was going to change or get better or whatever, and it just never did. And I feel like when it ended, I feel like this person just keeps coming back though. So it's like they may connect with you and then dip out. I'm not saying you want them. I'm just saying I don't think you're done hearing from them.
Oh gosh,
That's what I'm saying.
It's been the silent treatment, so that's surprising.
That's all. You know what though? I don't think that's going to last. So I just want to tell you, I just want to give you a heads up that something may happen at some point where you hear from this person. And I'm just going to say, always trust your intuition. And if someone tells you that they've made changes, but they're not acting, their actions don't match, they're probably not your person. Yep. So does that make sense? Because you got 100%. a lot of people who are just kind of half-assing it. And they're just like in your DMs, or they message you, or they just kind of pop up out of nowhere. So I just want to tell you that none of them are the right one. You don't got that one in your life yet. I do feel like you're trying to get yourself back together. You're trying to Humpty Dumpty yourself. And do you have a couple of kids?
I do not. No.
Is it kids? Do you want kids? Do you want family? Do you want stuff like that? Just say no. Good. There's kids. Wait a minute. How old are you?
Actually, I'm 41.
What?
41.
You're 41? No fucking way. So what is it with you guys? None of you look your age. That first lady, I thought she was a 2-year-old. She's a 25-year-old.
It must be some kind of filter. I don't know. I'm not using anything.
It's not. I just, that's just how I see your soul. Just know your soul is beautiful and it looks like it's in its 20s. But I feel like you're going to hook up with someone who has 2 kids. That's what I want to say. They don't have to be your kids. He might have kids, but someone's bringing 2 kids into a relationship with you, and you may end up being like a stepmom. They're not little kids, but they're not teenagers either. They're more like elementary school age. Are you talking to somebody like that now?
So my best friend, who's like my brother, he has 2 kids, and they're like my nephew and my niece. So that's probably the energy that you're getting. So I'm seeing them tomorrow. No, that's not okay.
I feel like you're going to end up being a stepmom to someone. This person isn't in your life yet. They're going to have 2 kids. Those kids are going to be in late elementary or middle school. There's 2 of them, and it looks like it's 2 boys or 2 girls. I don't know what it is, but they're same sex. I feel like you haven't met him yet, but I definitely feel like you're doing all the work to try to find someone, because maybe you're on dating apps or trying to do that kind of shit. But whatever it is, you got to put yourself out there more in a different way.
Oof,
Does that all make sense to you?
Yes, I'm afraid of the dating apps. Just gonna say that.
I'm not a fan of dating apps. I'm not. I mean, I know that that's how people meet these days, but I never really had a lot of luck with that. And I dated a lot. So I just want to tell you, dating apps are interesting. I mean, I want to say to everybody watching on the dating apps, just remember, if you don't trust something or something doesn't feel true to you, trust your intuition. Don't necessarily trust the other person that you just met just because you might want a relationship or something like that. That's for everybody, not just you, Lynette. But I feel like you can talk yourself into anyone. So I want to say be careful. I definitely want to say be wary of your choices. But it seems like it's someone that you meet through something you find out about online, but it is not a dating site. Like, it may be a dating site, but it is not like, oh, they click your photo and say, hey, how are you doing? Or send you some inappropriate picture. It's more like you go somewhere. And yeah, I know I've had the inappropriate pictures too. But it's more like you find out about something from a friend and you guys go somewhere and then you meet some people and you get to know someone that way. I feel like that's just how you work. Like you're not a dating app kind of girl. You like your vibes. You like to meet someone. You like to kind of feel it out. So I just feel like that's who you are. So I just want to tell you that. But love will find you, but it may not find you until 2025.
No.
So I'm sorry. You may have to kiss more frogs. I don't know what to say. It just looks like 2025 is going to be your year. What I want to say for you though, Humpty Dumpty yourself, put yourself back together now, because all the damage that came from the last one, it still needs some repair. Yeah. And it may be that you date people who just trigger the fuck out of you. And you're like, why is this bothering me so much? And it's because you have more places to heal. So that's what I would tell you. So you're okay. You will date some people and you'll just have like a bunch of people messaging you, and you might just kind of deal with that for a while. Okay. But I feel like working on you and working on your life and getting yourself into a situation where you feel strong and like you're not going to settle on a bunch of bullshit. Once you get there, you're good to go. You'll meet someone. It feels like 2025. I feel like next year is a beautiful year for you to get your shit together. And I feel like that's your plan anyway. Does that make sense? Because it wasn't just your love life that imploded. It was your living situation. Something with your family, something there happened as well. And there was also a little bit of health stuff. So I feel like all of that hit you all at once. So 2023 might not have been like the best year ever, but it's getting better. And I just want you to know that. So don't give up on that, but just know that maybe for a while, some of the people you date are just,
placeholders.
Yeah, placeholders, training wheels to get you ready for whatever comes next. But it was very good to talk to you, and thanks for being on video. I'm glad I got to talk to you this way. But you have some dead people around you. You got a friend around you. You got a few grandparents over there and shit. Yeah. So they all wanted to let you know they were here, but I felt like we needed to talk about what's going on in your life. So
thank you.
You're going to get your ducks in a row, my dear. Don't give up on yourself, okay?
I will never.
People are not giving up on you at all. You're welcome. All right. Have a good night. All right, you guys. So I know that there are a million statements. Once I said I have a guy here that died this way. So I'm going to say this and then I'm going to pick out who this might be. I don't need you to give me any details. I don't want any details. If you have someone like this in the spirit world, all I want is a first name. That is all I want. But I have a guy here and this has to match. So just to narrow it down, these things have to match. He needs to be between 23 and 25 years old. He needs to have overdosed. And he didn't just overdose once. He had overdosed before. This is not his first rodeo with this. It might be once or twice that this had happened to him prior. Because what's weird about it is that this guy seems to live through all kinds of shit. He's young, but it feels like he's like an old soul and he had a really hard time acclimating to this world. But it's a drug overdose and it happened more than once with him. And this particular time, he may have actually ended up in the hospital and had to have been taken off life support. That's what this feels like. And he would have had to be taken off life support by his mom. And I might have his mom here or his sister here or his wife here. But it's someone like that. And it's like 23, 24, 25. And Stephanie Falbo. Stephanie, do you have a guy like that in the spirit world that you were really close to? Like you have a strong relationship? Yeah, it says Grant, but is he like between 20 and 25 and died of an overdose and it might have happened more than once? I got to make sure all of that information matches before I can proceed with him, because there are a lot of people here that died of an overdose. The minute I said that, it's like you guys lit up, but the whole freaking thing lit up. So, but for some reason I'm picking Stephanie. So Stephanie, I just need to make sure that these things match, because otherwise I'm going to just move on to a different person. But Stephanie, I don't think I've ever read you before. So I'm looking at this. I see the name Grant. I see the name Stephanie. Not sure it was my mom's roommate's son. This might not be that person. This person, it feels like whoever's connected here. So I'm sorry, Stephanie, I don't think it's you, but wherever your name was, it might be someone around you. But the thing is, I got to say this. I feel like certain family members, hold on here just a second. I'm just looking at this, you guys, and I'm sorry it's taken me a minute. Donna Hardy, you have a dude here. I've read you before, but this isn't your dude. I want to let you know that because I feel like I know you, or you. I did reading for you like years ago. I must have done a reading for you because I remember your name. And I feel like I gotta say that his mom is on here. I don't necessarily get, somebody asked me if I get random people. I only get the people that are connected to their loved ones or in the audience. I don't get just random strangers from somewhere else. I do, Donna, I don't think it's your person, but I do think I've read you before, and I do think you have some other spirits in there, but I think I read you a long time ago. So I know someone said my cousin might have killed himself, but certain family members are keeping the truth from me. He was 30. He was more like a brother to me. And Marty, I don't think you're that far off base, but I also feel like he, I'm just going to answer some questions, I think. Marty, I got to say that this guy, though, who tells me, like, I do think he may have taken his life or he overdosed. Either way, it's his responsibility. That's the important part, that he owns it. And he says, this is my responsibility. So whoever that was I was just talking to, I'm sorry, it dipped out. I lost it. And so where is it? Toby, I don't think Toby motherfucking Jenkins. She had to pull the plug. His mom had to. And you knew him? Where are you, Toby? Toby, I don't know this about you. I've only talked to your son and some other dead people. Toby motherfucking Jenkins. I know her, you guys, but I don't know about this dead guy. His mommy OD'd and yep. Okay. And is there something about her just kind of right now? Like, is this really recent? Is what I want to ask. It feels really recent. I'm going to answer a couple of questions here in just a minute. Some of the questions that are popping up here. But Toby, it seems like it was recent. Okay. He died after your son. Okay. And you know her, you still talk to her, hang out with her, connect with her. Is that true? Okay. 3 years-ish. So do you still talk to her though? Because he keeps talking about his mom and that his mom still struggles with the fact that she had to take him off life support and that he may have overdosed more than once. And he looks like he's like 20, early 20s something. So I'll let you get back to me. You guys, when people die from suicide, they're okay. I have my own person over there, my kid's dad. He's okay. I've been doing this almost 20 years, you guys. I've talked to thousands of people that have killed themselves. And you know what? They're good. They're not suffering. And the thing is that it's all about how they're handling things. We have the choice how we're going to experience our lives. There are people that choose to leave early. And it doesn't mean that they're suffering. It just means that they chose early. So that means that they don't, well, we live next door and we don't talk anymore. He did OD several times. Toby, I think he is, and I think your neighbor lady, I think I know about your neighbor lady. I'm not a big fan of hers. So maybe he's just coming to say hi to you because maybe he's trying to get his mom to not be such a mess. So I feel like he's saying he's around his mother and he's trying to inspire her. And if you ever do end up talking to her again, which I feel like you will, please let her know her son is okay. He's not suffering at all, but she is, because she's fucked up. And what happened to him, she just can't wrap her head around it. So I just feel like, like in all reality, I know stories about this lady. I didn't know she lost a son. I just know she kind of isn't the nicest person in the world. So I'm wondering if her son is trying to inspire her to make better choices. So I just want to let you know that. Also, is there something you want to tell me?
The person on camera, Jaden.
Uh-huh.
Whoever the fuck is their person keeps bothering me. I didn't ask if you could.
Oh, okay then. Toby, I got to tell you guys something crazy. So, Toby motherfucking Jenkins, I just want to tell you, maybe he's trying to inspire her to get her shit together. But I need to do a reading for someone on camera named Jaden. Where is that, Steph? All right, hold on a second. Someone on camera. Oh, shit. I lost the whole thing. What did I do here? Hold on, you guys. I got a lot of problems. I don't know what I just did. Let me escape. There we go. All right. Someone on video named Jaden. Up this way or down? There he is. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Jaden,
Hello.
I got to tell you something. My
Okay.
daughter, who's doing this, she said that I had to give you a reading. She said
Perfect.
you have a dead person that won't leave her alone. And she's like, Mom, do a reading for him. There's dead people here for you. So
Okay.
I need to let you know that. Do you have a man in the spirit world who's close to your age in the spirit world? Like a friend or someone? There's
Close
like
to
a
my
male.
My
he's
dad's
a
in
little
there.
older.
Yeah, he's old. Yeah, my dad.
Yeah. And, but he looks like you, or you have the
Yep.
same eyebrows or something. You got
Yeah.
the same, this part of your face is exactly the same. Did your dad die though, kind of unexpectedly?
No, suicide.
Okay, that's unexpected. He's here. So he died unexpectedly is what he's telling me. But he's also telling me though that is there someone else with a J name in your family? Like his name or your mom's
Me.
name or something? He keeps talking about people with J names. I know you got one. I don't know if he's got one, but there's J names. So either he had a J name
Jason.
or
Yeah, his name's Jason.
Jason. Okay. And here's something crazy. Toby, who I just did a reading for, her son's name is Jason. And he brought me to this. And this is your dad.
Yep.
So wait, your dad is named Jason, right?
My dad's name is Jason. Yep.
There's also, wait a second. You also, did his mom outlive him? Like, is she still alive?
Yep. She is.
And was he separate from your mom, or did she feel like they were having a hard time, or there's something with
I think so. Yeah.
with your mother, there's like a feeling of separate.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I don't know what that is, but I know that he loves your mom and I know that he loves you. And the thing is, you've been on here the whole damn time and she's
Yep.
been being bothered the whole damn time. So all these people that I'm talking to and everything, he couldn't get through to me, but he somehow got through to her. And you what? Oh, you know why? Because she lost her dad the same way. That's why. So my daughter found him because he's over there in the spirit world, but it's because she has a dad that took his life too. I feel like your dad though is having a lot of problems. He says that I feel like you kind of teeter on the edge of being mad at him, but also loving and missing him, like most people do with suicide. But what he's saying is he has come to you in the dream state. He seems to be all around. So it's like he's wherever you are. I feel his energy in that space a lot. And there might also be things connected to him. And he says that he's been around you a bit. Wait a second. Are you in a significant relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Like you're married or you're getting married or family kind of thing?
We want to get married. Yep.
Okay. He likes this chick. Oh, hi. You get his dad's approval. I just want to let you know that. His dad is saying he approves of you. Are you the one who dragged him to do this?
Yeah.
Kinda,
Well,
yeah.
we got the email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you were like, we should do it. We should do it. We should do it. And it kind of came into your head and it wouldn't leave. And that's his dad. That's his dad talking to you because he wanted to talk to you. But you're getting older. You're wanting to get married. You have like plans for the future, but you don't have any kids, right?
No.
Not yet.
You're not. Yeah, not yet is right. Because I think he knows the kids you're going to have. And he says you're going to carry on, like your name is Jaden. His name is Jason. You're going to do something like that. He's telling
We
me.
talked about that.
Jason,
He
yeah.
goes, I know all about it. I've heard the whole conversation. And I feel like he's excited and he's happy for you. But he's also telling me like, you've really had to do a lot of work to get your life back together. And I feel like he's proud of you because you did more, like you were able to get your shit together. He wasn't able to get his shit together. He says, you have some of the same mental health stuff. You've had some of the same problems. Your life's kind of gone down the same road. But he says, you have been working on it. You've been working on yourself. You've been working on getting your life together. This chick, he likes her. I don't know how you guys met, but apparently he says he hooked you up. So you guys randomly connected. And he's saying he's all part of this. And the other thing is, was he drinking before he passed, or did he just like to drink sometimes? I smell alcohol.
I think he was. Yeah.
Okay. It's just there around him. So I don't know that he was really thinking clearly when this happened. I think alcohol kind of influenced him or something like that, and mental health, and his life was kind of a mess and he had some problems. But he says he dies and he realizes, oh shit. But he's not suffering. He's not suffering at all. He says what he does is he tries to make it so shit comes into your life that works for you. He owes you that, is what he's telling me. It's almost like he knows the ripple effect. He knows how much it hurt. He knows what it's like. Like he understands somehow. He's been watching you. He's been with you, and he's proud of you. And it's so intense, this feeling that I get from him. No wonder why she couldn't let him go. Because she was in the other room and he was bothering her because he couldn't get through to me. I think that's so funny. He had to get in somehow. And your dad is fucking determined. And she said he kept saying he needs it. So that's why she came over here. But he was the voice in your ear, girlfriend of Jaden, that wouldn't let this shit go. And you're like, we should just do it. Good. I'm glad you did it. Because his dad says he's already met his kids. Do you have another kid, a brother?
I do.
There's another?
Yep.
He talks about him and being connected to his life as well. He talks about your mom and being connected to her. He likes your girlfriend. He says he's already met the grandkids that will come for him. He met them all first. He doesn't want you to think he's missing out on that. But I also feel like at some point you want to have your own business or do your own thing or something like that. Is that true for you?
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know what it is. You want to work more independently or something like that. He says you're working on trying to get on that pathway where you're more independent and you have more control over your life. I feel like at some point you will be running your own business or doing something like that, and you'll have kids that work for you. And I see 2 of them. And he also tells me that, wait a second, how old are you?
24.
Okay. I think you're going to have your first kid at 30. And I don't know why that is. Apparently you guys got some other shit you want to do, or I don't know. It's like, it's gonna, wait a second. Bear with me. Wait a minute. How old was your dad when he died?
27, I want to say.
Okay. Was he almost 30?
Yeah.
Like close to that? All right.
Yep.
Your dad is here. That is not you and your kid. That is your dad who died when he was close to 30. He wasn't very old at all, is what he's telling me, because he looks like your freaking brother. He doesn't look like a father to you. He looks like a brother to you when he comes through. But he says you're going to have the kids. He knows the kids. He knows what you're doing with the name. He also knows your mom, who I feel like has moved on or something like that. But your mom,
She's passed
away too.
You die after him?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm moving on. So your dad says hi, he loves you. Your mom must be here next because I needed to move on and talk about your mom. Your mom dies differently, correct? She didn't take her life, but they had some problems. They must have had some problems.
Yeah.
But I also feel like your mom had do I want to call it an illness or some health issues?
Liver failure.
But they're kind of like genetic, and some of them have to do with self-care, and she's got a bunch of shit going on. And I feel like after your dad died, your mom must have just lost her mind because she's happy to see him, and she was mad at him, but she also loved him. So she's there with him, but she died from a bunch of shit that went wrong. That's what she's telling me. It was like she had health issues, and they all kind of come together in the worst way. Does that make sense about her?
Yeah.
And it's kind of surprising because I feel like she goes to like the hospital. She thinks she's just going for a visit, and then she never leaves.
Yep, exactly.
She says she didn't think she was going to die. She just felt like shit. She didn't realize that's what that meant. So I feel like when she's coming through here today and she's kissing you on the head, she holds the babies, not your dad. And she also likes you, girl with the blonde hair. And I also feel like you have some grandpa over there who thinks you're the shit. He's been gone a long time. But I think your grandpa, your grandpa, he's like, I'm helping, and he likes your dude. So I want to let you know you got some dead people who have conspired to bring you two together. And I feel like this is a good combination. The only thing I want to tell you guys is make sure you work on communication. It's really important. I just feel like that's a really important thing. Your dad and your mom say, yeah, it is. You didn't have the best examples of communicators in your life. People that your parents, they kind of weren't always so great with that. And so your mom moved on, and she says, though, that she's moved on in the spirit world. Not that she's moved on from you, but that she's moved on from her physical form that made her miserable. So now she's happy. Now she's okay. Now she's fine. But her and your dad had to make amends. There was just some crazy shit there that she says, because your mom was around for a while. But is her mom still living? Or do you have like a living grandma? And I think you might actually have two. Okay. You had two grandmas. And so your grandmas are here, the ones who have the kids in the spirit world. And I just want to tell you that they want both of their moms to know that they came tonight. If you feel comfortable saying this, it's to you. But they both love their moms. And I think one of them has a dad that's living and one that doesn't. Is that true? Like you have one grandpa alive and one in spirit? Or are they both alive?
Jerry. Yep.
Okay.
One is alive and
one's dead. And I feel like you got a grandpa over there on one side, and then both grandmas are living though. So one living grandpa, two living grandmas, one dead grandpa. For each of you, you each have a dead grandpa. Everybody gets a dead grandpa. And so I feel like Oprah. But I want to tell you though that it's like you guys are starting like your own traditions. You're trying to figure out what you want your life to look like. You're looking at your future. You're looking at what's ahead. And I feel like as I'm talking about this, both of your parents come next to you, Jaden, because they say you don't want to make the same mistakes. And you know what? You're not going to. So I feel like you have issues with depression. You have your own anxiety. You got your own shit. Everybody does. But I feel like you're actively working on trying to make it better for yourself. So I just want to tell you that your dad is in support of that. Your mom is in support of that. And I feel like after your dad died, she moved on, but whatever she moved on to, she didn't like. And then she didn't always take the best care of herself. And now I see her in the spirit world. They kind of are not the best communicators. So I want to let you know that they love you and that you're starting your journey of life together and that they're with you every step of the way. So I want to say that, guys, and Merry Christmas. And just know your dad must be a freaking badass to be able to get over to her. Like she's over there moderating for me, but I guess he kept saying he needs it. He needs it. He needs it. And your mom must have been there too. But the reason that she was able to pick it up because her dad took his life too. And so for any of you guys who are suffering from a loss like that, I know it's hard and I know it doesn't make sense. And if you knew the answer to why, it wouldn't make sense. The thing is, if someone answers and says, oh, I killed myself because of this, then it's like, well, why didn't you just do this? Or why didn't you do that? It's a never ending series of questions, but it will never make sense to you because that's not how you think. So I want to let you know, you'll never really understand it. I feel like it was just in his head and there's alcohol and he made some stupid mistakes and him and your mom are arguing. And I don't know, he's got a bunch of shit going on, all his own problems that he causes. And he kind of owns that. Because when he was alive, he didn't take responsibility for his actions, and now he is. So I just want to say that he loves your brother as well. He loves your whole family. He wants everyone to know he's okay. He's not suffering. He never did. I often say to people, because I don't believe in heaven or hell, but where they are is heaven, and this is kind of hell. This is where all the adversity is. This is where all the hard times are here, not there. So your mom and dad are fine, but they recognize their impact on you and that how that affects your life moving forward. So I just want to let you know that, and I want to give you lots of love from them. And same Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You guys, your kids, when you have kids, they're going to be fucking nuts. So I want to say, I don't know, because your mom, Jaden, she says you were. She says when you were little or your brother was little, I can see you guys climbing the wall. And she's like, all kinds of shit like that. And you're going to have, you know how like sometimes people's parents say like, oh, your karma is going to be your children, whatever. I just want to say that's coming for you, man. And I know
That's okay.
I know that you will, and nobody will know how to get through to them better than the two of you because they're mirror images of both of you, but opposite. So you have a boy like her and a girl like you. Good luck. It's a lot. You got a lot that's going to happen. But I just want to tell you that they're all here. They want to say Merry Christmas, and they want to be there with you always. So they're never far away. And are you getting a tattoo for both of them, or did you get a tattoo with
we've been talking about getting a tattoo.
Yeah, like,
she got me
but for your mom and dad, right? Like somehow together.
Yep.
They're talking about that, and they agree. They think you definitely should. I think that they just like tattoos because it's a permanent engraving on your body to remember them until you get over there. But I definitely feel like they love you, and I just want to let you know that, and let you know that they just magically somehow got on, and that's really cool. So just know you're very loved, both of you, because blonde-haired girl, your grandpa adores you. So I just want to let you know that, and I want to hope you guys have a great night. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
So
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, you guys. So we're at the end. I've been doing this for 2 hours. Plus I did like 5 hours of readings today on Christmas Eve. I just got to tell you, I'm probably not going to be able to do anymore because that's a lot. And I feel like I'm a little overwhelmed at this time. However, what I want to tell you is I'm always available to do readings at my office. I do a lot of them, so I don't have to book out as far. So you're welcome to do that. I also have that retreat coming up, the women's retreat, which is awesome. And if any of you want to connect with your loved ones or heal, is what I want to say, healing with your loved ones, healing your own trauma, healing your own stress, healing yourself, but in addition to connecting with some people because they're part of your journey, they're part of your team, so to speak. That's on my website. But I appreciate that you guys hung out with me this long and that you decided to do this with me because it's this is a different way to do it. So I'm so happy that so many of you were able to get on video. And next time we just updated the subscription so I can have a lot more people on video. So I could just pick you out and talk to you there. And you don't even have to do video, we could just do audio as well. So just so you guys know that we just upgraded it tonight. I didn't realize that you can do that. But I want to say there was a lot of spirits that came through tonight. I was happy to be able to talk to all of them. For all of you guys who I've met before, lots of love to you. And to all of you I've never met, hopefully one day we meet. But I want to let you know there's lots of love over there. I'm not a Christmas person, but I feel all the Christmas music in my head. So I feel like there's like a million loved ones who actually really did celebrate that or believe in that or whatever. And I just think that's beautiful. So wait, what? Okay. She was like, oh, and I was like, what? So I just want to let you guys know, I think you're all fucking awesome. And thank you for tuning in to me and paying attention to me all this time. And I will definitely do more of these because this is my favorite way to work, where I get to hear your voice or see your face. And everyone gets to see what happens in the reading. But next time, the StreamYard app is where you go to get on camera. If you watch the live from Facebook or YouTube or whatever, I can't get you on video. But if you do it through the app and click the link that way through StreamYard, that's how I'm able to put you on camera. So I went back and forth tonight, but in the future, I think we're going to send that link out and it's going to show up on all those things. And we'll still do a little bit here and a little bit there, but I really appreciate you guys. And thank you for watching and thank you for coming. And I hope that you have a wonderful day tomorrow.